It's a lousy day today, so it's a good day to go pick up a new toy. Wait till you see this one. It's a 1989 Yamaha DT 200R. It's a two-stroke street legal Enduro. I wanted one of these back in 1990, the blue version. So it's taken me 28 years to acquire one. Time and money, you know how it is, but picked up this one on an auction, Facebook auction. Ended up getting it 10:04 p.m. on Saturday night for $1,000. And really good guy. The owner's awesome. He kept it clean, drove it along the street, took good care of it. As you can see, it's all here, so I'm hoping it doesn't need much to safety. It just needs a good cleanup. There's a few things we want to do to it too, but stay tuned for that. And away we go. But to start off, there's just a little carb leak. It might be the float stuck, or maybe need a float needle valve or something. But we'll take that carb off today and see what's going on with that. But can't wait to get on the trail and do some moto vlogs on this sucker. It's a lot of fun. Runs great. First stop was to Andy Kerr's house. Let him take a rip on it and have a look at it, check the swing arm bushings, and he had a general look over it and did his famous wheelies down the street. It was pretty funny to watch. So it's a pretty neat little dirt scooter. Stay tuned for more. So we're off to D4 Performance to see if this thing will pass a safety. And then I guess the only thing left to do is get my M, write that test possibly this afternoon. And then I can get the, I've already got the insurance underway on it. And then I can just get the ownership and license plates. And then I'm good to ride.
There's a ton of people that can work on dirt bikes, but if you're actually serious about making it run right, and if you're actually doing any racing or performance, this is a place. Come see Jeff. He's awesome. He's not paying me to say this. I just met him on a few occasions and I've seen the work he's done, and it's killer, man. His suspension work is unbelievable. So look him up. I think there's a phone number on the window here. Tell him Gary sent you from Mud Brats.
So I just went in and wrote my beginners. A little bit of an issue with the insurance part of it. My insurance agent popped by the shop today and he said they wouldn't look at me until I had my M license. They wouldn't look at insuring that bike. So I popped in here earlier and sat around, waited. I wrote my M1. I kind of jumped on the process. This is the online study guide. It has a few sample questions, and there's also the guide I found as a download in Scribd that I just quickly read through. But you can see here it's fairly easy. If you can study this test, this sample test, and then get 100% on it, go back and fix your mistakes, you should have no problem writing the M1.
Birth certificate, marriage certificate, and valid driver's license. I think they usually lose their marriage certificate when they get a motorcycle. These are the ones that you have to look up, where they actually tell you seconds of distance or 5 meters from train tracks. Those are the things I didn't know. And then there's also some things about lanes, what lane position to be in. Oh yeah, look at that. So that's my tip, is to do this test, but there's also another page which I'll send a link. If I can put the link in, I will. But just look up and memorize the lanes to be in if someone's making a left turn in your path, or the distance to stop at train tracks, distance between other vehicles, that kind of thing. I think those are the items that trip me up. I believe I got 88% the first time I did the test. That was 3 days ago. So I just thought before I hit the MTO, I'm gonna just give it one last chance to see if I actually freaking retained anything in my memory, you know. So looks like I have.
It's a 3-part test, and the first one is signs, which is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Anyone that gets one wrong on the sign part of it should have their license pulled. It's so easy. The second part is a G1. So if you're going to be writing your M1 test, make sure you study up on the G1 rules. So that's for your regular driver's license. I got stumped on 3 or 4 of those questions, so I just didn't know. I didn't know to even look at that part of it. So saving grace was my daughter just got her license, so I was kind of aware of a lot of them, but that was the hardest part. And then the M was all motorcycle related. So if you can do that test, that I will put the link down below. If you can do that test, you too will get your license. So I'm ready to roll as soon as that bike comes back from D4 certified. I can get the plates on it and be ripping everywhere except a 400 series highway. But you'll learn that when you start studying.